Before we begin the video, if you haven't yet, come on down and join my Discord server. Link is down in the description. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for another video. Today, however, is no ordinary video. I'm doing my seasonal halftime special. This is actually something I've been doing since the very first month of my channel. Halfway through every season, I make a video evaluating how it's doing so far and checking the status of popular theories. This is the first season I've covered where we don't actually know how long the season is. However, it seems that episode 16, Game Over, will be the final episode, making the season 16 episodes. Because we're 8 episodes in, it looks like we're actually halfway through the season. So I'll start by talking about the things that are going well in the season, then we'll talk about any bad things, and we'll end off by discussing theories. Let's get started. First off, I love that the season is sticking to the plot and isn't really getting sidetracked. Of course, there are a few exceptions like the I'm Okino episode, but even that is technically a plot episode and is by no means filler. Coming out of season 11, a lot of us hated the excessive amount of filler it had, and a big hope for Prime Empire was that it simply would be different than its predecessor. I can confidently say that it certainly is. Whether it's due to the shorter season length or new writers or anything else, this season has not had a single filler episode yet and has done a fantastic job in developing the plot. On top of that, the plot itself feels really well paced. Overall, so far, they've done very well in fixing the flaws of the past season. Okino was not someone I was expecting to be a standout character in the season. He only appears once in the sets and literally has Karloff's face. Despite that though, he is easily the best character Prime Empire has had to offer, and that is mainly because of the fact that he's had great character development. He has a narrative arc of his own, beginning in episodes 5 and 6 and ending wonderfully in episode 8. Okino's interaction with Unagami in that episode is also my favorite of the season. To summarize, I was not expecting much from Okino, but they've really blown me away by how they've handled him. Last but not least is how well Prime Empire as a game has been fleshed out. It is clear that a lot of thought was put into this. In Prime Empire, I really like the way they've explored the concept of lives, and the season also sets up a currency system of sorts, with ways to buy different types of weapons as well as abilities and other cool stuff. But in the game, the ninja can't use their powers either, which I think is a great decision. Unlike Possession, this feels like a good explanation to nerf the ninja and to change things up a bit. It places more emphasis on the complex video game world that has been introduced, and allows these new concepts to be explored more rather than the old ones. While not many may agree with this decision, I definitely think it was a good move. The best thing about this season is that it's fixing the many mistakes Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu made, and doing so in numerous ways. However, Prime Empire is not void of flaws itself. Let's take a look at a few of them. I find this season's lack of ninja moments disturbing. Okino is basically the only character who has had development so far. None of the other ninja have had good character moments, and we're halfway through the season already. This is supposed to be a J season, not an Okino season. I'm a bit bummed that we haven't really been seeing any good ninja moments. Nobody really stands out to me. They all feel the same. The first big arc in Secrets, that being Kai's powerless arc, came a little before a third into the season. But here we are, halfway through season 12, and none of the ninja have changed or developed yet. I like Okino, but I watch the show for the ninja, and I'd ultimately like to see more being done with them too. Does this season sound familiar to you? Because it does to me. Obviously, in terms of theme and all, it matches Rebooted a lot, even months before it released, but it also feels similar to Skybound. Let's talk about season 3 first. The plots are very similar. A villain who wants entry into the real world gets the help of an old villain to achieve their plan. Also, the ninja enter a virtual world. On the other hand, there are also connections to Season 6, with both being J seasons, but it isn't just that. In both seasons, the ninja are slowly picked off by the villains until only J is left. Prime Empire is by no means the same as these seasons, but the plot points to me feel a bit too familiar. Prime Empire's pros though definitely outweigh its cons, and it remains to be seen whether the rest of the season will continue these pros and fix these cons. We're now about halfway through the video, so let's transition to the second part. We're going to examine some more theories for the second half, and things that have not yet been revealed. Keep in mind we'll be talking a lot of spoilers, so don't watch if you don't want to hear those. So who exactly is Scott? Scott has taken a backseat in the first half, and aside from a brief appearance in episode 4, he really hasn't done anything. It remains to be seen whether the season will answer this question, but let me ask this. Does Scott even have a hidden identity, or is he just some random player? There is some big information in the episode descriptions, and it's that Scott is gonna die in episode 11. Could he be someone we know from Ninjago, like Dyer perhaps, or maybe he's just a random nice guy in Prime Empire? It doesn't really seem like he's getting as much focus as expected, so we'll have to see. Another character we're yet to learn more about is Unagami, and what his hidden identity is. As opposed to Scott, we do know that Unagami has some sort of identity waiting to be revealed. Prime Empire wanted us to think that Dyer was Unagami, but descriptions for 13 and 14 reveal that he's not. And then episode 15's description says that Unagami is battling his own identity. I think what's likely here is that Unagami, like Okino and Racer 7, isn't actually real, but just an illusion along with the rest of the game. And he struggles with this fact and wants to become real. This would definitely be a twist because many of us were expecting him to be another character, whether it be Dyer or maybe even Bob the Intern. But I for one am super excited to see where they go with him. If you recall, Harumi's actually in the Gamers Market set, which prompted discussion about what role she'd play in the season. However, she's nowhere to be seen yet. That is, until we saw the full description for episode 12, titled Stop, Drop, and Side Scroll. This reads that after completing the platforming level, Unagami presents one of the ninja with their greatest challenge. Lloyd is chosen, and that challenge is an avatar of Harumi. I doubt that this is the real Harumi, but rather a simulation of her. This could serve as closure to Lloyd's trust issue arc, which began in season 8 and seemingly ended in season 11. I'm also wondering if Harumi will have her same voice acting, or if she was recast. I certainly hope not, because she wouldn't be the same. And lastly, let's discuss the Zane and Pixel plot, and why exactly the Prime Empire motherboard is so important. The Zane plot is receiving 2 episodes, those being episodes 13 and 14. It also gets a few minutes of screen time in episode 9, and the descriptions confirm that Wu will be involved, and he appears in 9 as well. But now my question is this: why is the Prime Empire motherboard important? This detailed description mentions something about needing it to open the manifestation gate. Maybe Unagami needs the mechanic or someone on the other side to use it to release him into the real world. Whatever the case, I think the motherboard is more significant than we realize. And that is about all for my Season 12 halftime special. So far, I actually quite like Prime Empire, and in terms of rankings, I'd say it's around the level of the pilots. I'd rate the first half of the season an 8 out of 10. I will admit I'm a bit concerned about the finale being rushed, but if they keep up the good quality of the first half, we're in for a good season. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share it anywhere and everyone you know. Let me know what you guys thought of my halftime special and your thoughts on Prime Empire so far, and I'll see you next time.